¿Por qué no me di cuenta que mi hijo merecía lo que otros niños tienen? ¿Y por qué no peleé? Todavía yo lloro por eso que yo siento de esos años, que él fue a la escuela y ahora está en el colegio y le está afectando todavía lo que no recibió. Y para mí eso es un compromiso adentro de mi corazón con ustedes y con los muchachos de ustedes y los muchachos de color y los muchachos que no están aquí. Yo lo llevo muy profundo porque como madre todavía estoy viviendo esa experiencia de dolor que yo sentí por mi hijo, de ver lo que, pues es un latino, ni va a aprender, ¿para qué te apuras? A mí no me dijeron por qué es un latino, pero me dijeron, ¿para qué pides tanto? Debieras de conformarte, vas a ser un pintor, ¿para qué pides que escriba su nombre en 3er grado? Entonces, ¿verdad? Yo no les estoy hablando de algo que no pasó, es lo que me pasó a mí como madre. Entonces yo me pongo en el lugar de los padres y digo, esto no es justo. No es justo. Sus hijos merecen más.
In 1978, California was #1 in the nation in per pupil spending. In 2012, California is number 47.
California is not a poor state. How could you be home to Google and Apple and Hollywood and agribusiness and still not be able to afford to support your schools or your universities?
Can I get a hand up to tell me about #1? Mariano, tell me why.
How do we value education?
I have a question, fellas.
I hope I have an answer.
Right now, the messaging that I feel as an educator is that it's not valued enough in this country. We either see education as the engine to kind of transform our country and moving forward, or we don't.
You don't want to be at school saying, I hate school, I don't want to be here, I hate my teacher.
What I want a school to be able to do is I am going to create a space for you to come so you can get excited about learning because of what learning is going to do for you in the future.
Like, you could make a case that those two support the same argument, definitely.
Throughout the country, we spend the most money to educate the most affluent children, the least on the children with the greatest needs. It'll only change if the public demands change.
How you doing?
Levanten la mano quienes necesiten traducción. Please raise your hand if you need translation to Spanish.
How's everybody feeling this evening? Feel a little energy in the room? Is there some energy in the room? Do we feel good about changing public education? Yes. Can we do it? Yes. Are we going to do it? Yes.
Through organizing, through parent organizing, through the different networks, it's important to keep engaged with the school district.
Go back to your communities. Go back to your neighborhoods. Knock on your next-door neighbors. If you haven't talked to your neighbors in a while because they park in your parking space, now's the time for you to talk to them.
The most important thing we need to learn is that the community can't just leave the decision-making up to the board and to the superintendent. The public's role is critical. And in order for the public to be heard, the public has to be organized.
Good evening, my name is Mary Rose Turok. I'm a parent leader at Ascend School. We know from our experience in our schools that decision-making that lies at the hands of our teachers and our parents who are closest to the kids are really important in the school success.
It's always really important to have parents engaged in exercising their voice independently, and students, and folks that are able to push on the system.
At our school, we decided one thing we really want to prioritize is small class size. That means having more teachers. So we prioritize spending money on having an additional teacher at 4th grade.
I think it's sound management practice that the people closest to the work are deeply invested and engaged, and their heads are in the game about how to solve problems in their workplace.